they will talk more about walking into this world. All right, it's 2010, it's 2 years before, yes, some heavy energetic stuff is going to go down. Is it the end of the world? No. But is it the end of the human race as an angelic human race? Not the whole race, but a good part of it is going in a different evolutionary path. All right, it's not being destroyed, but it is being changed into something else. So these are big times we're in, and we are a forefront guardian team on this planet. They would like us to really do that step back a bit, where, as I was explaining before with myself, we step back and just kind of just look at it all again and say, look at it from a distance. Pretend you're flying over the world and then flying over yourself. Pretend you died for a little while and now you're up in your tunnel. You go through the tunnel and you're floating in the clouds looking down on your life that you just left. Pretend you're dead temporarily, where you can get a perspective, right? Because there's a perspective you get. I remember this in my near-death experience. It was like, oh heck, that was so easy. If I'd known that, I wouldn't have wanted to die, It's like, what can be so icky feeling down here and confusing, and you just don't know what to do with this or what to do with that. It might be your career, it might be your home relationships, it might be just being in a body on planet Earth at this time where you don't feel comfortable. There's a place where you can go that you don't have to die to get to, that you can move yourself vertically, actually up your vertical column, and go way past the atmosphere. Imagine yourself way past Earth's net, right? And then imagine popping through into what would be the higher earth planes, which we'll be learning more about. Imagine, you can use the old symbology if you want to, floating on the clouds like angels. Let's go, wow, I'm still here. Wow, it's really cool up here. Now, let's go look at that thing that was really bugging me down there. Oh, that was so easy to fix. I just could have shifted my thoughts, and I didn't realize it. I could have shifted what I was energizing, and it would have come out a better outcome. There's a lot of things that we can learn to do to shift. Before we can slide, which is go through the gates in biological ascension, we need to shift. And the shifting of our encryption lattice is what it is the core shift that needs to occur. We can begin by shifting with the parts of our mind that we're aware of, but if we're not aware of a bunch of the other part of our mind that is like turned off in the DNA right now, so we actually don't have conscious awareness while we're conscious in the body, all of that is still in the encryption fields. So we're going to be learning more about the encryption fields. In fact, from now all the way through the rest of the Sliders workshops, we will be given techniques that are meant to clear portions of the encryption field and align them with the higher earth encryption field. And eventually it will seem like you'll find that there's a part of you that is very aware from those perspectives, and you can hold that perspective while in the body here. It's like a form of just consciousness bilocation without having to bilocate the body, where you realize, wow, I'm from there. And it's almost like you're walking around saying, yeah, I'm kind of like in my past right now, right? Because that's where you're going, that's where you're heading. If you're heading for ascension, first stop is higher earth. And once we are there, we would look back on who we are here and how we got there. And if we can bring the encryption of higher earth, which would be a bit of a future, a little bit further in the future from where we are now, down into the encryption field here, it will strengthen us and move us forward into the spiral that pulls us into that future and gives us enough resistance to not get drawn in to the Metatronic spirals that are activating in the planetary Merkabas with the 55 activation and stuff.